St. Gianna Oratory presents Daily Thought of St. Francis de Sales for November 29th. When we are troubled with bodily ailments or are suffering from poor health, there is no need to ask any more of our soul than acts of submission and acceptance of sickness and a holy union of our will with the divine pleasure, all acts that are formed in the innermost regions of the soul. As far as external actions are concerned, we must do the best we can, satisfied even if performing them reluctantly, languidly, and with difficulty. Thus the lead of sickness changes into the finest gold by the practice of joyfulness of heart. From the life of St. Francis de Sales. On November 29th, 1596, Francis de Sales, summoned by the Duke of Savoy, left the Chablais for Turin. The cold was almost unbearable, but the zeal of the servant of God overcame all obstacles. To shorten the trip, they took the route of the Apennine Alps, but when they were near the place where St. Bernard of Menthon found his hospice and monastery, a severe storm broke out. The furious snowstorm completely obscured the roads. The servant of God believed that they would perish on the voyage, but the thought came to his mind that it would be an evil act of the devil. In fact, after he pronounced an exorcism, calm returned, and they were able to reach the monastery. Father Roland, who accompanied him, later testified that the man of God seemed to be a corpse rather than a living being. The religious received him like an angel and assured him that God had miraculously preserved his life. Only 2 days before, frozen corpses which were buried under the snow had been carried to the monastery. Having performed his devotions, Francis would not accept the invitation of those fathers to stay with them a few days. He pushed on toward Turin, where he was graciously received. All his requests to the prince and his proposals for the advancement of the faith were approved with pleasure. He remained at the court only as long as it was necessary to obtain the favors he needed, and returned to his people with the same haste with which he had left them. He continued his apostolic conquests at Tonon.